there's something you guys might have missed at the end of this trailer, or the remastered of it at least. Listen. Listen, listen. What's that? The only thing I'm allowed to tell you is that yes, that is exactly what you think it is. And this trailer is not supposed to be released until next week. And it shows 4 of the different maps that are coming out. So, yeah.
No.
What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite for an exciting video here for you guys tonight. We're going to be talking about a huge reveal for the Wonder Weapon, other gameplay features, a trailer confirmation for Toten, and even some other big announcements. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and give me an estimate in the comments how many round-based maps you think we'll end up with at the end of Black Ops Cold War Zombies life cycle. Want to hear all your thoughts down below? Now, as expected, yet another XP event is being planned for this upcoming weekend, and it'll be double Battle Pass tiers for Black Ops Cold War Warzone from July 9th, 10 a.m. Pacific to July 12th, 10 a.m. Pacific. So I wasn't joking when I said that almost every single weekend we are getting a form of XP event for both Black Ops Cold War and Warzone. That's why I'm always confused with some of the negativity I see out there. People are complaining about lack of XP, double Battle Pass tiers, and I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Every weekend we're getting something great for both games. Now, I also want to show some appreciation to an incredibly official looking piece of art that the GOAT himself, Fajardi, went ahead and posted earlier today. So be sure to show him some love with this link down below in the description. He went ahead and put together several unique characters from Blackout just to celebrate the energy and passion that went into Blackout a couple of years ago, and honestly to celebrate what Blackout has accomplished even over Warzone. There's still a few things that I think Warzone could learn from Blackout, which probably will happen in the foreseeable future, but he spent a long time on this project. It looks incredible. I actually plan on streaming Blackout at some point this Sunday, maybe a bit of Warzone after that as well, since Black Ops 4 is of course free to play from now until August the 2nd. Now, as a reminder, if you download it at least once, it'll be available forever in your library regardless if you delete it or not after a certain period of time. It's available on both PS4 and through backwards compatibility, even on a PS5. So I'm curious what people out there are going to say about the zombies now that it's been a couple of years. People warm up to the Chaos story more. I'm very curious what the community is going to say in a little while, but it was confirmed earlier today to keep your eye on Treyarch and Call of Duty's social channels this week for new intel on Toten, the next chapter in the Black Ops Cold War Zombies saga. The wait is almost over and the official trailer is just around the corner. So this, to me, does confirm the release date is, in fact, July the 15th of Season 4 Reloaded, and I do think a trailer is probably going to drop most certainly this Thursday or Friday, and then on Monday we'll end up getting a full blog post detailing everything that's going to be releasing, on top of a roadmap and some other small teasers as well. But this week is huge when it comes to Black Ops Cold War. So be on the lookout for more coverage that I'll be posting on my channel as well. Now, as I went over in yesterday's video, in case you guys missed this, there is a teaser from Toten that already released not too long ago, and if you look deeply at this image, you will see a 7, 1, and a 5. Now, this could be a bit of a stretch, but the community out there has analyzed this pretty well, and it does look like 7/15 is pretty heavily emphasized in the picture, which could of course stand for July 15th, the launch of Toten itself, or at least what it seems like right now. We also mentioned yesterday that PlayStation Side has reported on the patch for Season 4 Reloaded, which they usually do a good week before the preload goes live on PlayStation platform. So it's looking like July the 15th was indeed the correct guesstimate that we went over quite some time ago. So this is great news. Lots of coverage dropping this week in case you guys are interested in DLC 3. Now, in this blog post we got today, we also got confirmation of 3 new bundles coming to Black Ops Cold War and Warzone. So we first up have Gilded Age 5, a reactive pack. Now, this is going to cost 2,000 COD points. Comes with a skin there for the KSP, the FFAR. We have a skin there for Park and some other gold cosmetic items on top of that. So they've done quite a few Gilded Age DLCs for this game, and I'm guessing they're selling like hotcakes if they keep doing more of them. We then have the Workout Plan for 1,700 COD points. Comes with a skin there for Port Nova, the QBZ, the M16. We then have a watch, finishing move, a hair dryer charm, emblem, and a calling card. So a funny summer theme pack there. Or in case you guys want to get your groove on and work out, there you go. There's a pack here for you. And we then have the Mongrel Mastercraft Tracer Pack bundle, which hasn't been listed on COD Tracker just yet, but it does look like a Mastercraft for the Stoner. That's going to be interesting to see over in multiplayer in Warzone. We're probably going to be sweating and camping with LMGs over the next couple of weeks when this does release. But there you have it, 3 bundles dropping this week in both Black Ops Cold War and Warzone. But next up, when it comes to Toten, now this gets real spicy here. So we first got confirmation of a new tactical piece of equipment dropping with this map in just over a week. And it looks like a new iteration of the Gersh device, which we saw quite a bit of during Ascension, Moon, and of course Zombies Chronicles. But this does say the LT-53 Casimir Prototype Exoscientific Phenomena Omega. It then says, Colonel, found this in Peck's lab. Did you know about this? We can reproduce repurposed as a weapon. I will keep sharper eye on Peck. He is up to something, and this is from G. So could this mean that Peck might end up defecting at some point, leaving Omega, sacrificing himself, and going through a bit of a crossroads mentally? I mean, I'm wondering what the future of Peck is going to look like here, but I'm sure we'll end up finding out what his deal is, you know, in some intel from Outer Toten, or even in DLC 4 at some point in September. It does say at the bottom, the LT-53 Casimir temporarily opens a portal to the Dark Aether using technology developed from, and this is blacked out, the LT-53 absorbs objects in a small radius and teleports them, code developed with, also blank, but this was approved by Dr. William Peck in 1984. So I'm sure we'll be able to jump through these like we were able to with the Gersh devices, but at the very least, you know, throw some zombies through it, or who knows, maybe you can upgrade them at some point in this map, and they'll probably need it for the Easter egg, similar to the Gershes on Ascension and Moon, where you have to teleport certain objects, activate certain devices. Keep these handy whenever you get them over in Outer Toten. But as Cal pointed out on Twitter today, for those who don't get the joke, it's made with technology from Casimir Zykov, that's his name, but it's also a callback to the Gersh device, which used the Casimir mechanism back during Ascension. So this is great out there for really hardcore Aether fans. In case you guys may have missed this, I'm like, hey, they're still calling back to the original Aether storyline, so that's good old Craig Houston for you, who still does love the original Aether story that lasted over a decade. But now when it comes to some spicy gameplay teasers here, so about 15 minutes after they posted this new tactical equipment, they went ahead and revealed the Wonder Weapon from Outer Toten, which is incredible. So as Treyarch said, these are new toys we're going to see over in DLC 3. It looks like 4 Wonder Weapons, or 4 different weapons entirely, and what this could be is that you're going to have one Wonder Weapon, maybe a fully automatic pistol that you can upgrade to multiple variants. Now, it does seem like it will first be a fully automatic handgun that you turn into maybe a better handgun, then a shotgun, and even a tactical rifle. And this is fascinating to me because we haven't really had a Wonder Weapon before that turned into multiple weapon classes. And Treyarch to this day is still coming up with very original ideas for zombies, even after the mode has existed for well over a decade. Gotta love Treyarch for this one. But as the blueprints do say, CRBRS, conversion ready, binary repeater standard, containment and security division, Office of Requiem, DS, and T. It then says, fully automatic handgun fires lethal energy blast, copycat companion sphere provides synchronized support fire. So what I think about when I see this is that this could be what the Mega Barrels actually were after all. And the original rumor and leaked gameplay does prove that the Mega Barrels, which I guess were attached to an XM4, will shoot out different enemy projectiles. So with these 4 variants here in the blueprint, one can shoot out the energy of a Mangler, one can shoot out the acid from a Megaton, one can shoot out the electricity of a Tempest, another one can shoot out the spheres of a Mimic, so on and so forth, and that lines up perfectly with the lead gameplay. So if you want lead gameplay of this, I will have it linked down below in the description. Not going to show it on screen for obvious reasons. And let me know in the comments how you're feeling about this. I think this is the best of 3 worlds here. You got a handgun, you get a shotgun, a tactical rifle. I'm very intrigued about this. I definitely wouldn't have thought of a Wonder Weapon like this ever, so I'm glad that Treyarch still has some very sharp ideas on how to innovate the mode altogether. But with that being said, this is kind of giving me vibes of a bit of a Ray Gun Mark V. We're going to have these Gersh devices as equipment. We're going to have these new fully automatic handguns, shotguns, rifles, kind of getting a new iteration of the Ray Gun Mark III, so to speak, but just a little bit different this time. We got the Ray Gun Mark IV back during Alpha Omega, but you also may have forgotten the blueprints that I just showed you on screen from Classified. They talked about a Ray Gun Mark V, and this may have been a reference to the Ray Gun Mark II upgrades we got in Alpha Omega. I know we got the Ray Gun Mark IV, so to speak, on that map, along with the other elemental upgrades. What about a Ray Gun Mark V, though? Was that scrapped content for Black Ops 4? Was it planned for Supposed Zombies Chronicles? Or is it something that they're looking back at now and are sort of bringing back in the form of that new pistol Wonder Weapon that we'll be seeing here in Outer Toten? And, you know, it goes to say, right, we have to get at least one version of the ray gun in each Treyarch iteration. We already got the Mark 1 in this game. Maybe we'll end up getting the Mark 2 as a return in a future Outbreak update, or we'll get a Mark 5, so to speak, in one of the future DLC maps dropping. Now, the big question as well is, will these end up releasing an Outbreak at some point? I think that's a great question to ask, right? I was mentioning in a previous video that it's certainly possible to end up seeing both a Panzer and even a Tempest make their way into a round-based map. What if one of those enemies is a bit of a mini-boss here in this map? Totally a possibility, and if not, then hey, Outbreak could have some exclusive enemies and some exclusive weapons, but I definitely think at some point anything that's in a round-based map will make its way into Outbreak in some way, shape, or form. Also begs the question, right, will we end up getting another Outbreak main quest before the launch of DLC 4 at some point in September? We'll talk more about that in a separate video, but I wouldn't be shocked, nor will I be upset if they end up putting a little bit more time into Outbreak and, you know, wrap up the season with at least 3 main quests in that mode and then at least 4 round-based maps. I think it's possible that similar to the die upgrades in Outbreak, we'll end up getting some mini side quests quest added to the entire mode itself, and a future update that allows us to get some of these new wonder weapons and even some of the new tactical equipment, just like these Gersh devices. Now, my question also is the new Gersh device that we're going to see that equipment they were talking about in a previous blog post that we'll be able to craft at the buildable table? And I'm pretty sure it is. I was also assuming that the hand cannon kill streak might make its way into Zombies 2, and that's still possible. We might see that in a future update, but for now, we'll probably be able to craft this with salvage. But the wonder weapons probably will be obtained through a quest of sorts, right? That's to be expected. But last and definitely not least, we have a bit of an update on COD Mobile Zombies for those that care. So the icon for the app was changed to this, pretty much Richtofen with glowing blue eyes. I'm wondering what that could be referring to. Of course, COD Mobile isn't canon to the mainstream Call of Duty series, but they confirmed the return of zombies in a previous blog post not too long ago, and it'll probably release at some point this summer. And I'll cover it for those of you guys out there that do care about it. I remember I had some fun covering COD Mobile Zombies at some point last year. COD Mobile is a lot of fun. I love the Battle Royale. I love the multiplayer. That game is fantastic, and I'll cover it more on the channel if you guys want to see that. Let me know in the comments how you feel about some COD Mobile coverage here and there. I'd love to incorporate that on the channel, over the next few months, especially when Vanguard releases as a bit of a safety net. But COD Mobile Zombies to me had a lot of potential, and I think the problem with it at first was just the fact that it was only Shino Numa. Nocturne Toten was complete. There's gameplay of it out there, which I actually posted on my channel. We have a transit in COD Mobile that never released, so I think releasing only Shino Numa and leaving that on for, 3 months wasn't the way to go, right? There were other maps already ready, so why didn't they drop those after, a month or so? That's what really hurt the mode, is lack of content in my opinion. But I think if they bring it back and revamp it in a bit of a way that regular Zombies works, right? Just having at least one map drop every 3-ish months, then the mode will be fine. It was a ton of fun, a bit different. Shino Numa Easter egg featured a boss fight, featured a bit of an area from Zetsubo no Shima. It was unique. I had a lot of fun with it. I think people out there that work on COD Mobile know how much Zombies means to a lot of us, so they put some passion into it. So I hope to see more passion put into it whenever it returns at some point this summer. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. How do you feel about the Wonder Weapon reveal for Modern Toten? What are your thoughts on the new Gersh device releasing? And also, how do you feel about COD Mobile Zombies returning at some point this summer? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everyone.